Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2019 graduation ceremony. To say this is an important day would be an understatement, because for myself and all of my classmates in front of me, our entire lives have led to this day. And for the past 18 years, all the amazing parents and teachers in the crowd have been preparing us for this day. This journey may not have always been easy or fun, but I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you for your dedication to us. Today, as we walk onto the stage, we'll all be students and classmates, but when we walk off, we'll be something different. We'll all definitely be relieved, and we'll also be graduates. But other than that, I don't think any of us really know. And that's okay. One thing I can say to all the families and teachers is that everything that was done to help us walk across the stage does not end here today. In fact, it's only the beginning. And tomorrow, we all will begin our individual paths. So the best advice I have for everyone here today is to enjoy the last length of this path that ends here today. And over at the end of the stage, that begins the new one.
Has its season, everything has its time. Show me a reason and I'll soon show you a rhyme. Cats sit on the windowsill, children fit in the snow. Why do I feel I don't fit in anywhere I go? Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Every man has his daydreams, every man has his goal.
People like the way dreams have a sticking to the soul.
Thunder clouds have their lightning, nightingales have their song. Don't you see, I want my life to be something more than long. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles belong where they can fly. I've got to be where my spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. So many men seem destined to settle for something small, but I won't rest until I know I'll have it all. So don't ask where I'm going, just listen when I'm gone. And far away you'll hear me singing softly to the dawn. Rivers belong where they can ramble. Eagles spirit can run free. Gotta find my corner of the sky. Corner of the sky.
While Encore is making their way back to their seats, let's take a minute and thank all of our musicians. Mr. Monroe with the orchestra back there. Mr. Munoz with our drum line. And Mrs. Todd, who is subbing for Mr. Piazza with Encore. Thank you, musicians. Our welcome today was presented by Luke Walker. Luke is currently the senior class president. He is the son of John and Sue Ellen Walker. Thank you, Luke. Class of 2019, it's my pleasure to introduce your commencement speakers today. These are your peers, people in your class. Our first speaker is Hallie Eubanks. During her career at EHS, Hallie has been very active and had multiple leadership roles. Hallie is currently serving as the co-student body president. Hallie is also captain of the drum line and vice president of National Honor Society. Hallie has also participated in KAY, swim team, band, and jazz band. Hallie will graduate with the honor of summa cum laude. Hallie plans to attend BCC and pursue a career in nursing. Hallie is the daughter of Keith and Kathy Eubanks.
Good afternoon. As we gather here today, I would like to begin by saying thank you to every teacher, counselor, and all other USD 490 faculty members for providing us with the guidance over the past 13 years. Thank you to the parents and the guardians who have supported our endeavors and have shown us endless love as we have grown. Thank you to every other person we have in our lives who has helped us shape us into the young adults that we are today. We would not be here if it wasn't for you and each and every one of you. So on behalf of the class of 2019, thank you. Now to my fellow classmates, this is the day we have all been waiting for. For the past 4 years, we've been on a roller coaster that we didn't think would stop. From what seemed to be endless scenes of Romeo and Juliet from freshman year, to the countless hours spent crafting our autobiographies sophomore year, to many tears from our math classes junior year, to the hand cramps of writing infinite FedGov vocab words and the major case of senioritis that we all seemed to come down with as soon as we got assigned an 8-page research paper. Today is the day that our roller coaster slows down enough where we can tuck and roll and our lives truly begin. We were so excited to come to high school, like being buckled into the roller coaster before it takes off, and after we arrived at the top of the first hill, we realized what we had gotten ourselves into. We could only sit 6 to a table. We had to fill out an e-hall pass for a drink at the water fountain, and we were always in the back in the student sections. After 3 years of being here, finally understanding the track of our roller coaster, our hands are up, our smiles are big, and our excitement has returned as we overcrowded the front rows and tried to attend every last thing we possibly could. As the coaster comes into the station, we are filled with many emotions about leaving our comfort zone and the everyday routine we've followed since freshman year. The lessons we have learned here at EHS will never be forgotten, and the memories we have made we will forever hold close to our hearts. And we will forever be thankful for the friendships we have built that molded us into who we are today. We have grown so much as a class, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. We have gone through many twists and turns of our roller coaster, but I am glad that we got to do it together. Even though we are parting ways, we will always be a family. I want all of you to know that you can do anything you want and be whoever you want. So whatever your next step is, whether it be college, technical school, entering the workforce, or going into the military, I challenge you to set yourself apart from everyone else. Do the right thing, stand up for what you believe in, be kind, and always know that the EHS class of 2019 will always have your back.
Thank you, Hallie. Our next speaker is Kel Lehman. While a student at EHS, Kel has challenged himself by enrolling in honors classes. Kel has also been active in orchestra all 4 years of high school. Kel is graduating with the honor of magna cum laude and will attend BCC next year to study political science. Kel is the son of Jim Lehman and Ivy Crane.
What would I say if I were on a talk show? Many of us have had this thought into our heads at least once or twice. We wonder ourselves, what would it be like if I was famous? What would it be like if I had influence? And most importantly, what would it be like if I were rich? These questions enter our minds, and we use various mediums to delve into what we would do. Of these mediums, the talk show seems to be classic. Why does it seem this way? Well, it's because of the questions that they ask. The host doesn't care what you ate for breakfast. They don't care what grades you got on your final. What they care about is the experiences which made you into who you are today, and the stories that you can tell about those experiences. Throughout high school, we all had vastly different experiences from one another. Some of us participated in each activity we could, and while others, like myself, participated in few to no activities. Some of you might be wondering at the moment, why is someone like you speaking at graduation then? Well, to put that thought to rest, I can say with full confidence, I don't know either. I can say this, however, that while I'm an unusual speaker, I believe that might be a good thing. So to start the show off, let's talk about the experiences we all had throughout high school. If asked, how did freshman year help shape your perspective on school? Well, my answer would be fairly simple. For me, my freshman year was my worst year of high school. As it was for many of us, I was intimidated by my new surroundings, confused by the strange layout, and in awe of those who were in grades higher than myself. Well, that wasn't until I got to know them. This feeling was mutual with many of us in high school, whether we'd like to admit it or not, especially when it felt like the upperclassmen treated us freshmen like children. But as we learned from this year what it meant to change, and we continued to change throughout our high school experience. When did you begin to figure out who you are? It was during my sophomore year of school, as it was my most interesting year, as it was for many. No longer the youngest ones on campus, many of us just started to experience a sense of freedom. During this year, I discovered much about myself and developed an identity I could call my own. This was the case for all of us, as we could finally start to make decisions about our own education. Since teenagers are known to procrastinate, when were you most productive? My junior year was my most productive year. We all learned what it meant to be upperclassmen, guiding the way, whether that was our intention or not. We presented ourselves better to our underclassmen than what was shown to us. During this time, I became a person I could be proud of, no longer following blindly with the flow of events, instead, leading those events with my own two hands. What year changed you the most, and what did it teach you? My senior year. It was simultaneously my most fun and my saddest year. During this year, I took many chances and made several new friends. I made memories which I will never forget. However, also during this year, I lost for the first time in my life. I lost 2 pets that I had since elementary school, and I also lost my grandfather. This happened within a 6-month period, and these deaths were my first. Most of us in this room have experienced loss, some of us far earlier than others. Whether this makes me a lucky person or not to have experienced the loss so late, I can't decide. But if this year has taught me anything, it's this. Take those risks. Take those chances. You think that person is cute? Talk to them. You see someone you want to be friends with? Ask them. If there's a college you want to go for? Apply for it. If this year has taught me anything, it's that you only truly regret the chances you did not take, the opportunities you let slip by. But if all the experiences which we've had here have taught me anything, it is that families come in many different shapes and sizes. Some of us may not like others in our family, and every family can be a little dysfunctional at times. But the members of the school are a family, whether you realize it or not. And as a family, even though we may not see each other much anymore, we will always share the experiences, and they will bring us together. As such, they will always remain with us, helping to guide us along our own separate paths. With these memories we all share, none of us are truly without the other.
Thank you, Kel. Our next speaker is David Williams. David has been a very active student while at EHS, especially in the performing arts. David is currently a member of the EHS Select Choir Encore. He has also been involved in theatrical productions. Most recently, David portrayed Harry McAfee in the EHS production of Bye Bye Birdie. David has been successful in forensics as well. David placed 6th at the state forensics meet and will be representing EHS this spring at a national competition. David plans to attend BCC this fall. David is the son of Frank and Rusty Williams.
Life is about learning. From the first day of preschool to the day we stand together as one class, ready to move onward into the world and march into the unknown future, we spend each and every day learning. Now, we stand at the precipice of adulthood, fully prepared to part ways and abandon everything that we've known up to this point in favor of becoming something greater than we were when we started. Such is the nature of life, the steady, determined effort to achieve self-improvement against all odds. So, every single day, every step down the trail of life, we continue to learn. Beyond mathematics, beyond English and history and science, we learn what it means to be ourselves. We learn how to live in a world that may well be as cold and unforgiving as it can be warm and inviting. We learn how to weather our struggles and triumph despite whatever adversity we may face. We learn that the world, when it all comes down to it, is nothing more than a random roll of the dice. And most importantly, we learn how to make the most out of whatever numbers happen to land face up. One of the most common complaints about high school that I've heard, especially among seniors, is that there are a lot of classes that teach things that are unlikely to be very useful in the real world. I used to agree with that sentiment, but as graduation crept slowly closer, I had a sudden realization. High school doesn't exist to teach us about the kings of England or the different isotopes of any given periodic element. In actuality, the things that high school aims to teach are things that can't be taught in a classroom. There isn't a teacher in the world that can directly impart in their students the knowledge that high school exists to give us. In essence, high school exists to teach us humanity, self-worth, adaptability. High school exists to teach us the value of ourselves and others, to provide us with the strength of self necessary to allow us to prosper in the real world. The real world is an unforgiving place, and I'd be lying if I said I was 100% excited to venture out and become a part of it, but with the probable struggles and difficulties of adult life comes opportunity, freedom, the chance for each of us to make our mark on the world around us. This freedom to forge our own trails down the routes that we desire, to pursue satisfaction through self-indulgence, no matter the circumstances or what our naysayers may tell us, is what makes us profoundly human. Since the dawn of mankind, humans have been the innovators of the world. Those who look out at the horizon and the stars above and think not of merely marveling at their glory, but of experiencing it, of climbing those lofty peaks, of soaring through the sky like a bird in order to be among those stars. Those who look at something not as what it is, but as what it could be. Humanity has been made all the greater by those who see the world not as a gift or an unchangeable rule, but as a project, spanning from the beginning of time to the present. Ultimately, one of us could go on to radically change the world, to leap forward in the sciences or in art and culture. Alternatively, we could serve to live our lives choosing not to make ripples, but to pursue our aspirations and desires and settle with the happiness that we've earned for ourselves. Part of the allure of adulthood in the future is that nobody's decision is yours. That decision is nobody's to decide but your own. There's not a single person in the world who can tell you what is best for you to do in your life, save for yourself. So, go out into the world, climb your mountains, soar among your stars. Don't look at life as what it is, but what it could be. It's your call to make. It's your life to live, and make it a good life or not, the choice is yours.
Thank you, David. At this time, I want to take a minute to recognize all the El Dorado High School graduates that are in attendance today. Please stand and be recognized if you are an EHS graduate. Class of 2019, as I told you during our rehearsal on Thursday morning, this day is yours. You're graduating, but this day is not about you. Look around this room. All these people are here for you. I'm guessing that each one of you has at least one person that has been a major factor in your accomplishment of graduating high school. It might be a parent, a grandparent, a family member, a school employee, or a friend. Make sure you find that person today and thank them for supporting you in this accomplishment. Superintendent Gibbons, Board of Education, it is my honor to present the class of 2019. This class has met the standards set by the state of Kansas, the Board of Education of USD 490. I would ask that they be presented with a high school diploma. Students, as your name is read, please come forward and receive your diploma. Audience, I realize this is a very important time for you and you put a lot of work into it. I want you to recognize your student, but please be cognizant of the person behind you so that all names can be heard. So we'll ask that you hold applause, okay? EHS Assistant Principal Morgan Marsh will read the names of the graduates.
Uh-oh. Ian Justin Anders. Phoenix Anderson. Kaylee Ann Baird. Miranda Lene Baker. Seth Austin Belair. Ashley Dawn Vince. Kirsten Elizabeth Bolin, magna cum laude. Morgan Bonniwell. Charles Patrick Brosel. Ethan John Brennan. Zachary Lennon Buckley. Ian Bullock. Thomas Jackson Burke. Ricky Deanne Louise Burke, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Julianne Burnett. Abigail Marie Chapman. Sven Chin, cum laude. Faith Winnie Clark. Cameron James Clausing, cum laude. Kelly Jean Connor. Tucker Allen Cook. Joshua David Cousins. Brandon David Craig. Noah Brooks Crawford, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Creeley. Evan Michael Dean. Dakota Lane Drake. Miranda Jean Drake. Haley Nicole Eaton, cum laude. Marissa Renee Eaton. Veronica Reese Fisher. Devonse M. Florence. Christopher David Flores. Seth Tyler Fleury, cum laude. Alexander Coy Gannon. Heidi Naomi Garcia. Edwina Ann Gibson. Samuel Edward Gomez. Fatima Berenice Gonzalez, cum laude. Cody Allen Gray, honors. Jasmine D. Guzman. Seth Logan Hackler. Adam Edward Haynes, magna cum laude. William Allen Hall. Cassidy Malia Hamilton. Ethan Justin Hamilton. Michael James Hansen. Hallie Renee Harbor, cum laude. Haley May Hart Nelson. Abriana Marie Hatch. Nicholas Anthony Howman, summa cum laude. Aaliyah Nicole Hines. Ethan Allen Hill. Gabriella Lynn Marie Hill. Kaylee Elizabeth Holiday, cum laude. August Rayanne Holmes. Colton Hahn. Michaela Phoebe Emily. Kayla Lynn Jackson, summa cum laude. Kendall Lynn Jeffress. Waldemar Daly Jensen. Sierra Cheyenne Johnson. Mackenzie Lee Johnson. Morgan Ann Johnson. Parker Michael Johnson, cum laude. Samuel Paul Johnson. Delaney K. Jones, summa cum laude. Jared Douglas Jones. Ezekiel Wahisi Kimboy, cum laude. Ashton James King, cum laude. Austin Ray King. Dalton Dwayne King, cum laude. Jaron Reed Kaler, cum laude. Seth Antone Clayson, summa cum laude. Kale Maury Clayman, magna cum laude. Logan James Lechtenberg. James Maxwell Lewis. Chloe Alexandria Mahan, summa cum laude. Caleb Allen Mankey, cum laude. Ethan Allen Matthews. Thad Andrew McCoy. Reagan J. McCune, magna cum laude. Genesis Marie McFadden. Jenna Suzanne McNamee, cum laude. Colton Glenn Miller. Hannah Nicole Milligan. Devin Michael Moore. Siobhan Adela Moore Bruce, summa cum laude. Braden Ray Morgan. Hunter Stephen Morse. Forrest Robert Parker. Aviana Mercedes Pena. Jaden Don Peterson. Christian Shane Price, cum laude. Tristan Jeffrey Rogers. Joshua James Shum. David Ryan Smith. Rachel Marie Spencer. Joshua Bleeker Stotts, cum laude. Mara Adelaide Stewart, summa cum laude. Ian Christopher Taft. Creighton Ryan Talkington. Braxton Thomas Taylor. Emily Beth Tharp, cum laude. Madison Alexa Tipton, cum laude. Tylen James Vance. Chase Allen Veach, cum laude. Kobe Paul Voisin. I'll take it. Thank you. Question D. Wade. Luke Henry Walker, summa cum laude. Okay. Dustin Lee Wary. David Allen Williams, cum laude. Taylor Jordan Willis. Tristan Ryan Wilson. Jonah Winter. Isabella Winter Kochai. Cody Michael Wittenberg, cum laude. Dylan James Whittam. Hallie Reese Eubanks, summa cum laude. Kaylee Ann Yordy. Annalise June Young. Madison Christine Young. Candace Nicole Zeman.
Graduates, if you'll please stand. It is my pleasure to introduce the El Dorado High School graduating class of 2019. Graduates, you may move your tassel.